Tips for the youth and healthy children. When I talked to Brother Oho, he had told me about how compassionate he was for the youth. And I have to say, I'm compassionate as well. And what makes me compassionate is that I remember when I was a youth, how I did not know how to handle my emotions. We're not taught how to handle happiness, sadness, anger. We have to teach our children when something happens, how do they properly handle their emotions? We have to equip them with that. We can't expect it to be second nature. So, for example, if you have a young person and they're in school, you know, children are mean and they might be talking about your child or someone you know. You have to teach them to take deep breaths in. You have to give them positive affirmations and let them know, hey, what they're saying does not affect me. It doesn't affect anything that I do. I'm still okay. You have to help them to do a check in. Am I okay? As long as that child is not putting their hands on them, that's a different story. But conflict resolution, because we are seeing too much of children in this fighting and this violence, it's because we have a lot of young people who do not know how to deal properly with their emotions. So not only do we need to equip them with what they need for their emotions, we need to continuously speak life into them and let them know that there's nothing that they cannot accomplish. There's so much abuse that these children are under. If it's not at home, it's at school. So it is up to us. We have to go back to teaching our children, doing these Saturday schools. We got to take the empowerment of educating our youth at first. You educate them first, and then you send them so they can get their requirements so that they can, because we all have to have education here, you know, in this world that we live in. So I'm very compassionate, even about food security, teaching children what is a food, what is a non-food. Some children, they think because they had chips and they had a soda that they had lunch. And you and I both know that that chips and soda is not nutritional. And all that does in the long run is make that child starve because the body actually needs nutrition to actually make the body work. So a lot of these children have ADD, autism, a lot of these things, a part of the problem is the nutrition that these children are exposed to. And they don't have anyone but you. They don't go in the kitchen and fix their foods. This is when we have to take charge of our youth and we have to educate them and we have to love on them and give them what they need so that they can think properly, so that they can, you know, be sane people. A lot of times, a lot of these kids are angry. They might not have eaten for 2 or 3 days. And you just say, oh, this child is bad. This child is angry. But we don't know about the food insecurity and the things that are going on with them. So I am very compassionate about giving love, education to our youth, giving them the information they need to be in any situation so that they can thrive, instead of being on the other side of it and throwing stones and talking about how bad and how angry they are. I really want to be a part of allowing the youth to know, hey, if you just make this change, this can actually, you know, help your grades be better. We got to teach them how to study. There's a lot of things that we have to do. So I believe in youth empowerment. And if we do it collectively, we can change our culture. It's one thing to talk to an adult, but it's a revolution to talk to a child because guess what? They are our future. They are. And when you are in your 70s and your 80s and you start to not be able to remember, I don't put that on you and I pray it never happens. But if you ever have to be in a situation where you need help. You want to make sure the person that's helping you have empowered them in their youth so they can make sure that they can help you in your older years. Okay. The next thing